being able to use an instrument that stays sharp without having to sharpen it, and that's, unfortunately changed the working end, I think that we're going to find that more people are going to start to turn to sharpen-free instruments. It's a wave of the future.
I think we have dental hygienists who love sharpening. They are very proficient at it. And then you have other dental hygienists who really struggle with that skill. So I think now the fact that there's those who can choose between. So if they're not proficient with sharpening, or they just don't feel confident, it's also some way to calibrate the practice. So if you have multiple dental hygienists sharpening, maybe they're sharpening slightly different, then those instruments, really that integrity of the original design is going to be compromised. So the Sharpen-free line allows that instrument to stay that way for the lifespan of that instrument. And I think that the value on that is pretty high.
The Sharpen-free instruments are kind of a new design for some people, and so that can sometimes be scary for those individuals. But I feel that when a lot of them get them into their hands, they discover that it's just as good as their conventional instruments, but now they don't have to waste the time sharpening them. So you have the convenience of having an instrument that is strong, trustworthy, just like your conventional ones, but yet you're not changing the shape and the ergonomic pressure that you're going to use on those teeth and with those patients.
So I think that you have two sides of the coin here. I think that there are some people who definitely appreciate it and perceive value, and unfortunately others always will put cost as a factor. So they really don't see where they're actually saving money long term. But one thing I've always have said to people is that you should never consider cost in terms of value. I think you should always put value first, and I think with purchasing a Sharpen-free instrument, you're considering the patient, the person, and then overall value.
So it really comes down to looking at that practice, looking at, is there time to sharpen? Is there someone in the practice who likes to sharpen and can do it effectively? And are there multiple dental hygienists using the same tools? And those are sort of the three main things that I'll look at to say, okay, I would recommend Sharpen-free, or you know what, maybe the stainless steel line is a good option for you.
So what I would consider, number one, is how effective and efficient is it going to make me? How much time is it going to save me? So although I don't like to sharpen, I can, but I do realize that every time I spend time sharpening, I'm taking away time for maybe educating my patient. So I think that's a consideration as well. For me, what I love about the LM Sharpen-free instrument is how it feels. So how does it feel in my hand? And I think that should be the overall consideration with any instrument, whether it be stainless steel or Sharpen-free. And of course, cost, we have to address costs. But I think that once you see the long-term value, cost goes out the window.